For part C, it says to analyze the box and whisker plot, which displays the heights of randomly chosen adults. Use the box and whisker plot to answer each question. So we've got this box and whisker plot here. And if you're looking at the box and whisker plot, you can see that the minimum height is 58 and the maximum height is 79. It looks like the median height is 68. So it says, what is the height range of the middle 50%? So the middle 50%, that's what's included in this box right here, the middle 50%. So it looks like it goes from 65 to 72. Number 2, how many of the surveyed adults are exactly 68 inches? So exactly 68. And the one thing about a box and whisker plot is that we don't know exactly how many. There could be 2 that were 68, or there could be, you just know that the middle number was 68. You don't know that how many of them were 68. So we're unsure. And the reason we're unsure is because we don't have all the data. We just have the 5-number summary, so we can't tell how many are 68 inches. We know at least one. And then number 3, what percent of adults are 68 inches tall or shorter? So it says 68 or shorter. So that's from here, here's 68 or shorter. So that's 68. This is 25%, and then this is 25%. So it would be 50% total if you add both of those together. Number 4, what is the height of the tallest adult? And that's going to be 79. That's your max. Number 5, how many of the surveyed adults are at least 58 inches tall? And if we look, here's 58 right here, and it looks like everybody, 100% of the people are 58 inches or taller. And then describe the distribution of the box and whisker plot. So distribution, I mean, is it symmetrical or is it skewed? And in this case, I would say this is pretty symmetrical. All right, and let's do the next part. We're going to compare and interpret the measures of center. Create a dot plot, calculate the mean and the median, and then determine which measure of center best describes the data set. So we'll do a dot plot here for number 1. Looks like our numbers go between 0 and our highest is 12. So we'll start at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's just start recording our data. So number 1, we have a 3 and a 2. We have a 0 and a 7. A 2 and a 1, a 10 and a 1, a 12 and a 1, a 2 and a 0, and a 3 and a 4. All right, so let's go ahead and find our median. That's just our middle number. So if we have 15 data items, we're going to look for the 8th data item because that's going to be the one in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be this 2. So your median is 2. And then your mean, we actually have to add up all the numbers and divide by 15. So we have to find the sum. You should add them all up and then divide by 15. So you can use a calculator to add up all the data items. And I got 49. Divided by 15 is 3.26. So I'm going to round it to 3.3. So that's going to be a little bit higher. About right there. All right, so our data is skewed. So the skew will pull the mean in the direction of the skew. So when you have skewed data, you want to use the median. And the reason is because the median's not affected by the skew. For number 2, let's see. Make a number line here for number 2. And we've got numbers that go from, looks like our smallest one is 2 and our largest is 17. So we'll start at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So let's record our data. We've got a 7 and a 2, a 9 and a 9, a 10 and a 12, a 17 and a 10, a 6 and an 11, a 9 and a 10, an 8 and an 11, and then another 8. And so we can find the median. That's your middle value. There's 15 numbers, so we're going to look for the 8th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be 9. And then our mean is going to be our average. We're going to have to add them all up and divide. I got 139, and we're going to divide that by 15 since there's 15 numbers. And so I get that my mean is 9.26, and I'm going to round that to 9.3. All right, so in this situation, your distribution is symmetrical. And so when you have symmetrical data, you're going to want to use the mean for the best measure of center. So just remember, if the data is skewed, use the median. Symmetrical, you're going to use the mean. All right, and I will continue the skills practice in the next video.